So welcome back, guys. Thank you for watching. It's been a while since I did my last video. Let's say I've been having a couple of broker troubles. I just wanted to go over today morning's Monday, May 17th. Wanted to go over the movers today. There's currently not a lot. There were a couple of movers early in the morning. DVGI was one of them, and of course with EJH, which moved about 1,000% on Friday, and that was the 14th. So DGBIH has currently a lot of support and resistance levels, and usually in a normal market, in a normal market, which is not, I mean, it depends on what you want to define as normal, whether it was before this bull market started or while in the bull market. Usually stocks like this would be going 1,000%, maybe 2,000. I mean, there was one day that went 1,000% for almost no reason. Here, if you go back earlier in the morning, DBGI went to $8.98 from $3.27. And what's funny is I wanted to load this one on Friday, but I have a big issue with overnighting things. It's just something that I try to completely remain away from. In hindsight, wish I would have done like a lot. Just a gamble, maybe a $10,000 or a $5,000 gamble on this one would have ended real nice. Of course, then it dumped most of those gains. It was up 173%. Then it dumped most of the gains till it came to the open. I loaded earlier at 9:24, so I loaded right here around 4:48. I held through this giant drop. It would have been almost a $2,000 loss. I was expecting that the stock would continue to drop, or well, at least stabilize around here and not drop. But sometimes you get the dip then rip. That's always an option, especially when you get stocks like this with such a small float. The float here is 2 million, and the volume right now is 26 million. So this is just one of the examples. So first we saw the drop to $4.30. I kept holding, waiting for that, waiting for the confirmation, or maybe in fact, it could even drop any lower. But my plan was get in, hold, because of course at the time in the pre-market the volume was around 2 million. So I knew that the float was, if volume kept coming in, then we were going to see a large spike, and that's exactly what happened. We saw the rip and dip. Next we get a big green candle, continue, and then you get a big top off right here to 510, and this is when I sold most of it because it was halted right here. Then we saw in the morning it was running with EJH. Let me pull that up so you can see. Oh, and right now it's taking a massive dump. Yeah, look at that big red candle, big one. You know what, I might consider adding here, but maybe another time. It was at the time it was following EJH because EJH did the same thing, dipped, then ripped, halted, hit an all-time high real quick, and then of course now it went from up 30% to down 25%. So that's a pretty large move, as you see today, and that was just during the last hour or so. It's still 10 a.m. As of right now. It's 10:40 a.m. So that's insane to see. But that's again, I entered, saw that the volume, saw the float, looked at the volume. I was like, this is worth something. So I tried with my usual position. I usually trade with $20,000. Entered, waited just fine. Waited as I waited for the volume to arrive. Saw the spike. First we got halted. Then I saw that I was using EJH as the indicator because they were running together. These two were just recently IPO'd. And the first day, EJH went up 1,000%, and DVGI did almost nothing. Like it was actually down like 10 or 15%. EJH IPO'd at like at $5. So whoever got in at $5 must be, if they had a good size position, could be a millionaire, could be at least well into the six figures, if not. I was using EJH because EJH got halted first, and then it dropped. So when I saw that movement, I put my stop loss, and I already had my stop loss. I increased my stop loss, and I lowered my limit. I had my limit sell around the 6. I was waiting for 6. That would have been $7,000 profit. Instead, I settled, and I was like, you know what, 495 is just fine. So the stock kept dropping. I put a stop loss at 480 and a sell at 495. So I would have taken my profit and gone home. That resulted in $2,461 profit for today. So that wasn't okay. The account's currently at $56,940. As I said before, this is way more. I wanted to do like a $30,000 or $25,000 account to make that grow, but it's been a lot of trouble because sometimes you do fall below that $25,000 line, whether it is by $4 or $10 or something like that, whatever it is. But today we got a nice profit of $2,400. I'm still looking to see if there are any trades that are worth it. So far, I can't really find any. And the thing is, since it's already an okay day, $2,000 a day, that's just fine. There's no need to ruin that amount. I'm not focusing on days like we had before, where there was $10,000-$20,000 days. That was during a crazy bull market. Right now, this current market that we have, it's one of those where it's take profits quick. That's what I like to say, is take profits quick and take losses even quicker. Again, my stop loss is usually around 5 to 8%. It does not go above 8%. That can never happen. Unless it's by mistake or accident or something like that. But yeah, that was the plan when I was looking at DVIG. I entered. I was like, stock hit 173 again, and it was already at 2 million shares had already been traded. So as soon as the open came in, more share. The only thing that could really happen was that more shares were going to be even traded. Of course, it did dump. It had that big red candle, which was like 5% down move. But if you would have waited, you would have just been fine. And that was usually an uncomfortable position. But when it comes to low floats, especially like this, you're gonna get into those positions 100%. Like that's just how it works. After it broke out of that, the resistance level is now 436. You can see that it just broke it. It was 435 here, and then again we have it tested 438 here. So that's where now you could have entered both of those times, or actually you could have just entered this time because you saw that it clearly was over there. But you would still been cautious and to put a stop loss, because if that would have break, then the next support would have been $4.03, which was when it first opened. So, if you're not one of those people that like to take risks, I do not. I like to, if you would have bought here, you would have had to hold through all that and then come back here to finally take profit, or you could have just got caught and not realized that it was probably never going to break out. Now, DVG is probably going to continue like this throughout the day. Going to be really volatile. Maybe we'll see a little test of the high, which was $5.10 at 12 p.m. But they're in this environment, since that bull run and small caps are getting hammered, there's not a lot of room to keep holding or just hope, because SPY has just constant murder candles right here. I mean, look at here. First it opened, ripped, drop, and then again it trades. Now it's been trading like a low flow penny stock, and I'm sure all of you have been aware. And the small caps are kind of attached to SPY, kind of following the same path as I guess you can see with these. These are some of my best picks that I have here. In case any of them get back to normal, I have STEM, THCB, RVP. These are just long-term names, which I'm not going to get into again, because I tried to get into STEM, and it almost took all my gains from the month of April. All my gains were almost completely wiped out just by this stock right here. And it's not a bad company. It's not even, the stock, it's not even a bad stock. I think the company is kind of fairly valued. In fact, I think it's criminally undervalued. just by their growth of revenues. I mean, they're growing almost 400% just this year. Maybe that's next year, but they have tremendous growth ahead. And I thought, I was like, you know what? It's in the 20s. It might be time for a bounce. That was clearly wrong. And I mean, and I could have kept holding and kept holding, and maybe that would have been fine, but it makes no sense in losing your capital, um, you know, just to hold, especially if you're not a long-term investor. This is not my long-term portfolio. This is just me swing trading and me day trading. I prefer doing swings, but since swings are not currently working and haven't been working for a while, day trades are going to be the winners. That's all I have to say about about that. I'm not that good of a day trader, but when it comes, but identifying support levels and resistance levels, that's pretty easy. That's here. You can identify the support level by here. This is where the stock dropped from, I think, 492, went 495. You can see there was a lot of buyers came in right here. Didn't keep going down. Then it tried it again, except this time it got a 438. Same situation. Buyers bought it again. You saw 457, maybe even 460 if you took profit, and then big green candle right here, and then big red candle. Here it broke the support level, and it tested 4.09 cents, which was the same levels that tested when it opened. So if it were to fall below that level, before that, well, let me zoom out here. If it were to fall before that level, it's most likely not gonna come back. It's gonna, like here, you can see that it's constantly the support level. Even in the morning, around 7 a.m., it tested 4 again, and then it tested it one more time at 8 a.m., and it just continually kept being bought. I'm not sure what the IPO was. It IPO'd at $2. Hold on, maybe a little higher. It IPO'd at $4.17, and it dipped as low as $2.80. Clearly, 4 is a support level, so that might be a good entry if I were to enter it again today. But if it clearly breaks that, then I'm not sure if I can short this. Let me see if there's even a short available. I don't think there is. It's a new IPO, so it would be difficult to imagine that you can actually short it. I don't think it has to be a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of days, or maybe even have shares available if people are in it right now. But as of that, that's how you clearly identify the support and the resistance levels. Here, the support is clearly in the 4s. You can look in the morning. I mean, if you have Robinhood, that's definitely not a broker that you want to use for situations like this. But here, you can identify the support levels at 7:35, and then you can again at 9:30. All the support levels were clearly in the 4 line. I don't like to trade in the morning. In the pre-market at least, I don't like to trade in the pre-market that far away because Webull at least does not allow me to use stop losses. Now you could constantly use sell orders, but to be honest, being up that early is not really my game, and especially since I can't have a stop loss ready there for me and I have to be constantly watching. That's not something that I'm into. So I usually wait till 9. I usually wait till 9 a.m. to start trading. So at least that's where I feel comfortable. I do not trade the mornings, or at least on rarest occasions. But clearly 4 is clearly the support level here, and you can see the resistance would be 510. That was the first high of the day. Then you have 490. I think it was here 492. That was another resistance point I hit. Then it came back to the support levels, which was currently at 438, and then it broke that. And here right here where the stock just went to $4.90 will really determine if the stock has more time to go, because if it does break that support level in the 4, I don't think there's a chance that it might come back, because it's only trading. I mean, it's only even trading because trading like this because EJH just soared out of nowhere, and that's what happens with small floats and Chinese IPOs. People just like to pump and dump those. So if this one does continue to today, breaks 4, falls below that, I'm positive that there's no way it can come back. So that's when it comes to identifying the level. So I mean, Also, so far it's been a great day, and that's probably it for me, unless I find anything else that's oh well, like, oh, this one just soared and just took a big green candle out of nowhere. Oh, suspended. Well, halted. So yeah, so it might be that, I mean, I might be done for today. We'll probably maybe might trade again, but I probably will not risk a lot. Maybe not even 2-3%. If I see a good stock going, I might add. But if I don't, I see a good thing, I might just do a quick trade with a very short stop. Okay. I mean, well, thank you guys for watching again. I'll try to come out with more constant videos, and I think all my broker trades are done, so I should keep trading just as I did normally before. Again, thank you guys for watching, and if you did like and enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe.